So with the recent episode of Bad Batch, we saw, them replay a scene from Boba Fett and Cad Bane that was never aired that, Dave Filoni showed to everyone. And it played out differently than
wasn't
it did
even
in that
finished.
scene. Yeah, it wasn't even finished, but I'm saying it played out differently. And we're also trying to see what happened to Omega. Where is she going? Is she going to get brought back to the Kaminoans? Is Cad Bane going to pull something to get more money out of the Kaminoans? Like, what's going to happen?
Oh, he's gonna want more money. He's Cad Bane. He's the most shadiest bounty hunter, but reliable out there.
Exactly. And I'm interested to see what's going to happen because everybody's pointing towards, like, Omega's force sensitive. And there's something about her that's clearly different. And obviously, the plot has to start kicking into Bad Batch, where they're not just flying around the galaxy looking for parts and fighting random bosses and whatever. Like the plot has to come in somewhere, right? So we had a few filler episodes. They're on the run.
It's like Clone Wars. It's very serialized, which is fine. That doesn't bother me.
Exactly. And so now we're starting to really get into like the plot.
Why Omega is important.
Yeah, just like Mandalorian, Mr. Baby Yoda, Grogu got stolen, and then immediately you're like, all right, we're getting into it now. We just saw Luke, and we saw the whole, the carrier scene, and then, now you're like, what the fuck is gonna happen next? So we're just gonna go over quickly like our predictions and some things we saw in the episode and like what we thought about it, and yeah.
I think either Crosshair either comes back to the team or just dies.
I think I've literally been leaning towards like it has that feeling like one of them has to die soon. Like it's just that aspect of it. Like we don't. I would hope that they all stay alive.
Yeah, I would hope they all just end up being into the present timeline with Mando.
Yeah,
I'm pretty
but I
sure
just,
Rex is alive at that time, but he's gonna be really old.
I don't see it, man.
I've
They're all
seen-
getting clapped. They're all getting shot. Man.
No, I'm
Wrecker
talking
got
about
shot.
Rex.
And I know. I'm saying like I just don't see them getting there.
Oh, you mean the 99 clone?
Yeah, like how are they gonna get there when they're literally like Wrecker's been shot like twice now?
At least 3 or 4 times, I think.
Yeah, and like I'm like, hey, bro, one of those times is gonna be over for
Yeah,
him.
Hunter got shot real hard in the last episode.
Exactly. So I have a feeling they're all gonna we're gonna see the death of one of them soon. And I hope that somehow Crosshair, I thought they were gonna kidnap him in that episode and like do what Ahsoka did and like, nah, we're taking this shit out your head, bro.
Oh, the inhibitor chip?
Yeah, I thought they were gonna do that to him, but I really don't. I really just have a feeling that one of them's gonna die, like soon.
Man, seeing Wrecker with that stuff activated was actually really intimidating. I'm not gonna lie.
But seeing Wrecker, like almost murder all of them shows how actually powerful he is. Because you usually see like Wrecker fighting alongside them and like what he can do, but to see him like actually be able to like body everybody just by strength alone and like easily destroy them, knock everybody out. It's like Wrecker is powerful, man. And I don't know. I feel like who do you think would die, honestly?
I think the first person to die would either be Tech or Echo.
Nah, I'd say Tech or Wrecker.
Tech or Wrecker?
Echo's a bot, bro. He's literally a robot, bro. Like he's not. Does he even have a heart? Like is he still technically? He's alive.
He is technically a man. It's like they said in episode 1. He is percentage-wise, he's more machine than man, but he's still a guy.
Yeah, like that's why I'm just like his legs are robotic, his arms I think except for one are like robotic. So I think like he just has his heart and his brain.
It might
He has no
just
opinion.
be his brain. He might have a mechanical heart.
Then he can't die. Then I'm not really worried about that.
No, there's still the aging. Oh no, they might have fixed the aging thing, because I know the clones are supposed to age twice as fast. Yeah. But like, I don't think Omega ages twice as fast though, because that wouldn't line up timeline.
What do you think's gonna happen with her?
I think she's obviously force sensitive, and she is going to be used to explain how the Palpatine made Snoke, and she's going to be also her and Grogu are going to be used to explain force sensitive clones, and I'm hoping we get to start that leads down to Starkiller.
Bro, what if Omega's like the beginning of the Dark Troopers?
Ooh.
Think about that. They use her because remember the first Dark Troopers were actual like people, right? Like now they're like in Mandalorian, they're like robots and everything.
Well, we did see those prototypes in Bad Batch.
I know, but I'm talking about like even in the video game, they talk about like how they're basically clones. They're just like enhanced and they have less emotion and like all that. I'm like, what if
Well, they're
she's
like
like
experiments.
because no, think about it. The Kaminoans keep telling them they're like, hey, like if this is successful, then we'll be able to like market this to the Empire, right? So what if they get her back and they're like, hey, like these are the things that this clone can do. We can replicate that for you. And then Palpatine's like, oh, I have use for you now.
Well, that's why I'm thinking it's gonna lead to Starkiller, because there's the whole. I mean, I'm pretty sure Force Unleashed 2 is about a clone of Starkiller, and that dude is powerful. And plus, Sam Witwer, the guy who played him, is like best friends with Dave Filoni, who we know just got a promotion.
I don't think that my computer just.
I'm worried that Disney's not gonna want to do him because he's an extremely R-rated character, but I think they should just not worry about that.
Well, I'm just interested to see like what, because they're trying to. Remember how I said they're trying to fill in like they're like right now they're doing all these series that fill in the gaps, the major gaps in between movies, and so Mandalorian is like right after this. Like you know what I mean? Like it's in this sequence where they'd be old by now, right? Right. So I'm just like, bro, they have to be doing something that's setting up why like the Dark Troopers and the cloning, like how that all makes sense. And it makes sense that it might have something to do with the Dark Troopers. Like the first gen Dark Troopers. Like the Kaminoans are probably trying to, you know, market to them like, hey, we can make these guys for you, you know.
I mean, I'm down for that. I want to see more. I want to see more of the Kaminoans, and I want to see Starkiller really bad because we have to, like you said, Luke is here, but we saw him take down a whole lot of the more robotic Dark Troopers.
Like they were nothing.
Yeah, and he's gonna need someone to oppose him, and Starkiller being manipulated into working for maybe Thrawn, and him being this like sort of like in between light and dark would be really cool to see. Cause have you seen the stuff of Starkiller? Yeah. He's extremely overpowered.
Played the game, man.
Yeah, he's just overpowered, and he's probably the only person who can match up to Luke right now.
I don't know if they're gonna bring him in though. That would be the biggest secret like they've kept. If they're like working on a Starkiller, like something. But what else? What other predictions you got for this episode?
For the next episode, I don't know. I mean, for the next episode, it seems like it's going to be the classic Dave Filoni find some people that they know to go after to go get Omega back, or they're just going to go straight up go find Omega.
I don't even think they know where to start because they don't know who's hunting her.
Yeah,
we know, but they don't know yet.
Yeah.
So I don't even know.
So I'd probably just find more info about where she's at.
Comment down below. What did you guys think about the next Bad Batch episode and where it's going to go? And what do you think about the theory of Omega being used for the Empire to create the Dark Soldiers, the Dark Troopers?